budget and judge it. The tool designed for creatives, artists, musicians, anyone that's received grant funding, trust funding, and they need to report back, or anyone who has a project and they want to keep track of it and the finances of it. It is a simplified version, but it's got a little bit of magic in there to do some of the heavy lifting for you, and also it's minimised the amount of data entry you have to do. Copying, pasting, yes. Data entry, no. Also, that it saves time and also reduces human error. So, the first tab is the instructions. The second tab is the categories. Now, these are the categories that either we've told our funders or that we want to break down the different elements into. So, in this fictional project, for this example, we have grant income, but we're also going to have some earned income. So, I pop that there. And expenditure, I'm just making up some categories. We're going to have some equipment, we're going to have stationery, and we're going to have travel, and we're going to have accommodation. The next thing we do is go to your bank account, select the date range and download the Excel file or the CSV file so that we get not a PDF, but so that we can get the data. Every bank account is different, so I can't show you how to do this, but most have the same 4 first columns, which are date, type, description and value, and that's what we need. So let's pretend that this is what I've downloaded from my bank. These are my first 4 columns, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go to the tab called bonus, money minor, and I'm going to paste it just in that first cell underneath date. That's everything from the bank of the dates that are relevant to the project that we're tracking. Now what this does is it filters your bank account. So what we're going to tell it is a transaction project income or expenditure, yes or no? And we do that in this column here. So to make this really easy, I've put it in the description, but obviously that's going to be who you've paid or where the money comes from. So you know your data, you have to tell it this. So yes, that's project income. That was business, so not for this project. Personal, not for this project. Business, no. Personal, no. Personal, no. Project, yes. Personal, no. Project, yes. And you'll see all the yeses are magically appearing on the right-hand side. Another project, so no, we don't want it in this. This project, yes. This project, yes. This project, yes. Personal, no. Obviously take more time, get it right. Personal, no, and then 2 projects, yeses, which will appear at the bottom of the right hand side. Now do take time, make sure you get it right, look it over afterwards, which I'm quickly going to do. So project, yes. These were all personal, so they're no's. Project, yes. Personal, no. 3 project yeses, another project, no. Project, yes. Personal, no. Project, yes. Personal, no, and then 2 yeses at the end. So now we've mined your bank data, and we now have all the transactions that are relevant to the project. Now what we're going to do is copy them, but we're not going to paste, because at the moment this is a formula and we need to transfer it into data, actual values. So what we do is we select it, those first 4 columns, we don't need the yeses. We select it and we copy it. And we're going to break down next, this tab down here, and then the first grey cell underneath the date. We're not going to paste, we're going to paste special. So we find paste special, and then underneath we're getting values. That's what we want. It's just the value without the formula. And there we go. We can see it's the same data as previously, but it's now values and not a formula. So that's everything from your bank account that's relevant for this project, all in this breakdown. So then we go on to categorise it. So £500, that was grant income. I'm just making these up. Equipment, stationery, travel, another 500, grant. 23, earned income. Accommodation we've not done. Earned income, 45. And you'll see if it's a minus, then it comes up with your expenditure categories, and if it's a plus, then it comes up with your income categories. And now we have the breakdown. Tell us how much income's come in, how much expenditure. and an overview. Now, a lot of the time, you're going to need your receipts, your invoices, etc. So this is just a really simple way of showing if you've got the right paperwork, which is literally you just say, yes, I have it, and no, I haven't. And you give it, if you use a coding system like, receipt 1, receipt 2, etc., that's where you would put it there. If you don't do that, or you don't have to do it, then just ignore it. The next thing we're going to do is compare this against your budget. So for most projects, you've set a budget. Certainly if you've got project funding, you'll have need to have done that in your application. So this is where the breakdown comes, income and expenditure tab. So on the income tab, this will take all of the income streams that you've told it in the categories automatically. And I've added my fictional budget in there already. So I said that the grant was for £2,000 and I said I was going to earn 200 as part of the project. And here is what the actual is. So this is taken from your data that you've put into the breakdown and given it the categories, and then it automatically tells us the difference. So from this we can tell that we've still got £1,000 worth of grant income due, and we have not yet reached our target for earned income. And the same with the expenditure. So I've put in what the budget breakdown was. Obviously I've just made it up, and here that takes everything that's actual from your bank account, broken it down into your categories, and then it tells us the difference. So we know we've got another £973 that we can spend on stationery, but we've almost spent our travel budget. And it's as simple as that. The instructions are all at the beginning as well, just so if you want a quick recap, or there's a link to this video in the PDF download. Okay, I hope it helps.